Okay, ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
On the double. Yellow. Quick back. Left, left. Right.
They'll try and throw for it here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll take From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. The 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Second and 9 now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to roam that. There he goes left side. He's at the 40. 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Mahomes will throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Red, cycle. Black open. Strike. Check striker. Hey, go Fury. Hut.
Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here we go. Here we go. Steal. Black. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week.
Right?
No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Second down and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Pause red. Red, yellow. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ready?
And now here's a carry heading left. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
With red.
They'll try and run for it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And the tight end goes in motion left. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
43! Yellow!
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara, and then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Slot man moves right. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's got room. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready,
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here's Koo to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Let's go now. You, yellow.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating.
And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
On the set.
2nd and 12.
38. Ready?
Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Shot. 17. Drill green. Blue striking. Cut.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The tight end in motion right. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In motion comes the tight end left. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Dancing to his left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Here we go.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Now the Rams bring the offense back out here to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Come on, set.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he is going to have the Niners first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Let's go now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jamison Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
They'll look to throw. Flush, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, they'll throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Yellow, line, blue, check.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Up, 3, set.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
third down, it's Nick Chubb. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Taysom Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams just continue to roll. Mahomes will throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Let's go. 10 cycles. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Cut.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give left side for Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, L.A. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Rams are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that part.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And now here's a carry heading left. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they get...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. He'll look to throw. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Right, 60. Ready.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now Chubb running right. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On second down, here's Mixon. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Well, partner, under the lights in